beyond our universe, there is a planet besieged by alien invaders, where a young king must rescue his love from the clutches of the beast, or risk the death of his world. A world called Krull.
Arm yourself!
We'll fight together.
Krull is a 1983 British-American science fantasy swashbuckler, directed by Peter Yates. It follows Prince Colwyn and his group of outlaws on the planet Krull to save future queen Princess Lissa from the Beast and his constantly teleporting Black Fortress. The film was a commercial failure upon release, and critical opinion has been mixed, both upon release and in retrospect. Numerous reviewers have highlighted its visual effects and soundtrack, while several critics have criticized its plot as being derivative and nonsensical. The film has gone on to achieve cult film status. Despite persistent rumors that the film was meant to tie in with the game Dungeons & Dragons, Gary Gygax stated, "To the best of my knowledge and belief, the producers of Krull never approached TSR for a license to enable their film to use the D&D game IP." Krull holds a 32% rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 19 reviews. The film made over $16.5 million in the US, failing to bring back its reported budget of $27 to $30 million. However, it has gained a cult following over the years since its release. Variety called Krull a blatantly derivative hodgepodge of Excalibur meets Star Wars. They conclude that the professionalism of director Peter Yates, known for such classics as Bullet, Mother, Jugs, and Speed, The Deep, Breaking Away, and Eyewitness, the large array of production and technical talents, and particularly the mainly British actors, keep things from becoming genuinely dull or laughable. Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, reviewing the film on his show At the Movies, gave the film 2 thumbs down and called it one of the most boring, nonsensical, illogical fantasies in a long time. However, in 1983, several games were developed with the Krull license. A Parker Brothers board game and a card game was produced. A console game was originally planned for the Atari 5200, but changed to the Atari 2600 because of poor sales of the 5200 system. An arcade game was released by D. Gottlieb & Co. And then there were 10 prototype Krull pinball machines. Designed in 1983, Gottlieb's Krull pinball machine would have been a 3-level playfield System 80A solid-state design, with the bottom playfield viewed through a reducing lens, which would have been a first in pinball. Generally considered cutting edge at the time, this System 80 Gottlieb design is problematic unless some modifications are made to increase reliability. According to the Internet Pinball Machine database, the designer of the table, John Trudeau, there was a prototype of the table with a transparent playfield, but Gottlieb honchos deemed it too expensive to produce. Due to the failure of the movie and arcade game to set the world on fire, the pinball table was shelved, though a few have made it into collectors' hands. The window is not simply a piece of glass, but actually a lens. The only way I can think of to describe it is a combination of a funhouse mirror and magnifying glass. You can see the entire under playfield, but in a distorted way. Perhaps a better description would be this: it's like looking through a telescope at an object from the wrong end. Apparently there were about 10 games produced and possibly only around 8 left. There are a handful of ratings over on the Pinside website, and I'm going to read you a couple of those. From user The Black Knight: the game shot flow for the entire playfield is very good, and the sounds and basic music are excellent. Playfield artwork is also good, but the plastics really mesh well with the overall theme, making things seamless. It is so rare I've only had the opportunity to play the machine twice in over 25 years. Unfortunately, it turned into one of those ghost stories of pinball. Just like King Kong for Data East and Big Bang Bar for Capcom, it was a dream never to be realized. For many Gottlieb System 80 collectors, this is their holy grail, and for good reason. Most of the current owners have death grips on their machines. These days, when one comes up for sale, expect to see the price take a serious shark bite out of a person's wallet. From user Caucasian Two-Step, Krull never made it into production, and I can see why. It's a beast. No, that's not a Krull joke. The game has a full playfield under the main one, and it's a wide-body Gottlieb System 80. I believe it weighs close to 400 pounds. Now, I could be wrong, but I think I'd rather have a piano dropped on my head as compared to this game. The pros. This is a fun game that requires skill on all playfields. The lenticular lens on the main playfield is a great way to get up and close and personal with this game. Shots are varied, and you can go from all 3 playfields within seconds depending on your shot. I like the beast shot. The cons? Finding one. Between low production numbers and a few games lost, there are about 8 of these tables in existence. The game is available through download with PinMame and a few other virtual pinball sites. This is from Anarchy Arcade, and it looks pretty fun. I might have to try and download this one. And that's just about all the information I have on the Krull pinball machine. Looks like it's going to be a short episode this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Let me know down in the comments what game you thought would have made an awesome 80s movie pinball machine. Thank you so much. Captain!